A question about ghost guns.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, and greetings to everyone. This is a lot. God's grace and mercy, from whom our blessings shall flow. First of all, I'd like to say to the police department, thank you for the work that you have to do. It's a tedious job that y'all have, okay? So first and foremost, we want to let you know that we do stand behind you, and whatever that looks like. Y'all have a heck of a job, okay? My question is, and I might have missed it, are y'all seeing any ghost guns? And if you're seeing ghost guns, what are y'all doing about that? My second question would be after-school activity buses for the pilot program. If we could start a pilot program for superintendent cameras. If you all are partnered up with Next Up, you would know the partners that's in the community. A lot of times what we're having is kids are having problems from, transportation problems from one location to the other. So if we could do a pilot program, maybe for 8 weeks to see what that looks like, if it's in your budget, bring those kids to us as well, okay? Or allow us to actually come into the schools, okay, and then have an activity bus so that we take them home. You're talking about a 2-hour period to get them to and from like we used to have back in the day. So my question, once again, is about the ghost guns, and then could we possibly have that school activity after school program?
Thank you, Mr. Lennox.
So Chief, perhaps you could address the ghost guns, which are parts that are manufactured with a 3D printing press, perhaps, or bartered and traded online, and no traceable parts.
Correct. They're what are the ATF terms is privately manufactured firearms. They're not illegal in and of themselves, but there is no serial number. You can't trace them. When I talk to my colleagues around the country, chiefs of police and out west, they're saying 75, 85% of their guns that they seize as a police department are these ghost guns because the laws are so tight, it makes sense. In Richmond and in our Commonwealth, it's easy to get real guns. Better, you can buy a Glock, and like I mentioned earlier, you can get a real gun out of someone's car, or you can buy it lawfully from an FFL, or you can have someone do what's called a straw purchase, where a person goes in, picks out the gun, pays for it, passes a background check, and then hands you the gun as they walk out the door. So, the biggest concern for me right now isn't the ghost guns, even though they're a problem. It's something I talk about often, and that's what's commonly referred to as a Glock switch. So these are auto sears. These are a small device that go into the back of a normal pistol and turns it into a machine gun. And I can tell you last night we had a shooting where one of those guns was used. So, and the biggest concern with those, and when we saw our spike in non-fatal shootings last year, if you have a pistol that is a machine gun, you can't control it. So it is bouncing everywhere. So the person that you're aiming at, you might miss, but you may hit 5 other people accidentally. So those are cases that we bring to the federal government. Ms. McKeechin and I have had conversations about the possibility of making that against the law for the Commonwealth. So I think that's just common sense. Even responsible gun owners know that that's not a reasonable device to put on a pistol to make it fully automatic. So that's that answer on that question. I think there's a transportation question.
Yes.
Short answer is yes. Let's connect and figure out the details.
All right.
It's a great answer.
Yeah.
Best answer all night.
Yes. Short and sweet.
Succinct.
All right.
You get an A+.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.